Hi, everyone. Good night, good night, good night, and welcome to the exclusive. Okay, tonight is all about Gen XS. We have lots to talk about, everything that you need to know about Gen XS coming to Jamaica. Paradise, of course. It's all about the hype, all about the excitement, and obviously all about carnival season. All right. Now, like I said, tonight we're going to learn everything about the band, about the directors, all the questions you have. Make sure you guys take notes from now because we're going to be taking your questions a little later on during the live. We're going to let you know why, obviously, vibing and jumping with us is the clear choice. And before we kick things off, though, I want to jump into a quick video just so you guys could see what's going on. It's in real style, so it's like this. So squint, crick your neck, whatever you need to do so you can see it to understand just how hype and exciting Gen XS is. If that doesn't get you hyped, I don't know what will, because just me watching that, I am already hyped and excited for the road. All right. But don't take it from me. Right now, we're going to bring in the directors to talk to us a little bit more about everything and why, of course, Gen XS is the choice. I mean, I don't know what else they need to say. They probably don't even need to say anything because we just seen what we saw and we know what it's like on the road. All right. So at this moment, I would like to invite, all the directors to hop in just so we can get a little bit more, of what's going on so we can have all the full details we need, okay, to make sure we're prepared for the road. Good night, everyone.
Hello.
Good night. I'm going to match the energy. So good night. Good night.
The energy, please.
Match
It's
the
8 o'clock.
energy.
All eating dinner already, right?
Of course.
All right, so I will let you guys introduce yourselves, starting with Matthew, and then we'll go around for who else is on this call. Matthew, talk to us. Introduce yourself.
Yes. As it says, my name is Matthew Waddell, born and raised Kingston, Jamaica. One of the directors with Gen XS. Typically, I'm like the liaison with the designers, production, partnerships, everything along that line, just to make sure that the girls are looking fresh. They're looking top tier. When the designers come out with the heat, I'm the one tapping them on the shoulder saying, excellent job. Well done. Let's keep it up. All right. And the designers have done well. They've typically done well by us, and we're grateful. We're thankful. But yeah, that's me, and that's kind of what that's somewhere along the road that I deal with.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Up next.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Tajay. I'm also one of the directors of Gen XS. So my role is pretty much the look and feel of the brand, the marketing aspect. I work closely with Matthew and the other directors to really give the best experience, the way that everything looks from when you go to the website, when you go on the Instagram. My team pretty much handles that aspect of it, and the road experience as well when it comes down to the DJ selection, how much soca they play, 99% soca kind of thing, you know what I mean, and when to play dancehall, those things. So that's kind of like what I do.
All right. Up next, who do we have?
So I'm Ajane. I'm a behind the scenes guy. So really looking at our coin, budgeting, forecasting, working with our vendors to pay them, making sure all our contractors get paid, and then also looking at the long-term growth strategy from a financial perspective.
Stop being humble. Everybody, this is Ajane Green. His real last name, surname is Green. So he's Mr. Finance. He is the pulse of everything that Gen XS does. I'm Kino Johnson. I'm Media and Entertainment. I am the Rolodex for everybody and anybody. When we align with who we want on the road, who we want to jump and pump with, I'm that guy, as well as layout, setup, and production. I'm that dude.
All right. Up next, who do we have? Mala, talk to us, girl.
Hi everyone, I'm Mala Morrison, and I am a Little Miss Get It Done, bounce around, just do everything logistics and events wise. So yeah, I'm one of the directors here, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Mala, Little Miss Get It Done. I like it. All right. So I'm sure everyone watching right now, they have questions. So hopefully with the questions that I have to ask you guys, they don't, they have all their questions answered already. All right. So this is the exclusive return to paradise. Okay. And when you say paradise, obviously we're talking about Yard. Obviously we're talking about Jamaica, right? So give us a short history on the band GENXS.
You want me to take that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
And feel free to jump in. And I do want to say this. We have our directors on screen right now, but I do want to make sure that we shout out to our other, I would say, our other lieutenants, because we do have a very, very large team, right? So I do want to make sure that we acknowledge them, from the Jones to Charmaine to O'Neill's, all of them. The team is very vast, and that's kind of allowed us to kind of execute in the way that we do. So you may see a couple faces up here, just know it's just not us alone. So if you touch me, you know how it goes already.
Plus, Matthew, to add to, we're also missing a bunch of other directors as well, like Kibwe McGann from the GENXS Jamaica team, and as well as Mark Christian, which is Legacy GenX as well. So
yeah. So I just said that just to acknowledge that the team is very vast, right? So just to give a little bit of history on how I guess GENXS came about. It is a byproduct of Gen X, which is a band that functions in Miami, and is something that I would consider one of the tenured bands in North America and just in Carnival as a whole. Right, Gen X has been around since the 90s, before a lot of people who are watching this were even born or even thought of, right? So it's something that is very much embedded in the culture. Myself and a couple of the guys, we kind of got involved with Gen X, I would say, closer to the end of 2018, just to kind of revamp the brand. We felt that the brand was an amazing brand, but probably was just suffering from a little bit of down times, probably not enough energy behind it, not enough excitement. And we felt as if we could kind of bring, that love for Carnival as a whole, for the culture as a whole, and for the people. And we thought we could bring them what they wanted. I mean, I'd like to say that we've been fortunate. We've been very, 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 very well received. And I think that we're blessed and we're very thankful. As things turned out, we saw an opportunity to get involved in Jamaica, just due to, a couple of things happened, just in regards to maybe, 2020 and how things kind of panned out in the space. We felt as if it would be an exciting opportunity, and we all love a challenge, right? And we feel as if, Jamaica deserves what we're here to bring. We're trying to take it to, a level beyond what we do in Miami. And I feel as if Jamaica actually provides, a way better infrastructure in a lot of aspects and a lot of support for us community-wise. So we're all super, super excited. I'm trying to give you guys a short version, but it's a little bit longer. But yeah, that's how we kind of transitioned from Miami. We saw the opportunity. We were actually, in dialogue with many people who thought it would be an excellent move. And we're here to bring it, right? Cool. So if anyone wants to piggyback and hop on,
they're here to bring it. Okay. All right. Well, since you say you guys are here to bring it, what is going to be the Gen X experience?
Well, I guess I can take that one. So the Gen experience, people ask me this question all the time, and it just boils down to vibes, right? So when we look at the band and how we want to portray the band, vibes is number one thing. We start with vibes, we pick the DJs, we pick the sections, we pick the colors and how everything's gonna look before we do everything else. So we focus on the vibe, and that's the biggest part of Jet Experience. The next part of Jet Experience is the technology aspect of it. So in the Miami leg, we kind of rolled out certain things like pre-check, which was a first in its class where people were able to sign all their waivers and do everything at home before they came to the mass camp. And we made it a seamless experience. So that's part of the Gen experience where you're gonna get things done a lot quicker and a little differently. So we really try to get be as efficient as possible. On the road, like I said, the vibes can't done. We
Period.
yeah, period. Right? I mean, we have meetings with our DJs before they go on the road. And say, this is what we really want. So everything is pretty much choreographed from the get-go. So that's the Gen experience. And another part of Gen experience that you won't know is you're not going to understand it until you come to Gen XS and experience it. I mean, you will understand what it is. It's just a euphoric feeling that you'll never get anywhere else.
Okay, I really like the fact of when persons decide they're jumping with Gen X for that experience, it starts immediately from that person decides that, you know what, this is the band that I'm going to go with for this carnival season. And you're saying it's an experience from a seamless experience, I'd like to say, from the very beginning when it comes to choosing your costume, picking up your costume to getting on the road, information that you might need, the vibes, like you said, which for me, okay, is very extremely, and then another word that means very extremely important, for somebody to be on the road having fun. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate the fact that it's an experience that persons will get from the very beginning to the very end, and even after, when the after movie and just the after experience come into play, it's a whole experience when it comes to that. So that I could appreciate from the standpoint of somebody that want to have the vibes and the excitement on the road. You understand what I'm saying?
Trust me.
If I may, I can just hop in and just kind of add a little bit to what Tajay said. That's
Sure.
something that is pretty much a key component to what we would consider the Gen experience. So reality is everybody wants to have a good time, and I think that's understood across the board. I think everybody goes out to any party to have a good time, right? Carnival, though, is something that we believe is probably not experienced as much as other events by yourself, right? You're going to come with your friends, you're going to come with your crew, whatever you want to call it. So part of the Gen experience is making sure that everyone, and by I mean everyone, feels accepted, right? There's a sense of community that is pegged to your culture. Us being from the Caribbean, whether it's Jamaica, Bahamas, whatever you call it, right? We want to make sure, and this is something that we've continued to fine tune and kind of educate, is that everyone wants to feel accepted. Everyone wants to feel that as if they are a well acknowledged part or well acknowledged component of your community, and that's very big for Gen X, right? So if you're with us, and it's like family, right? Even if the band is large or even if the band is small, we want to make sure that people feel as if I belong here. They're not feeling as if they're marginalized in any way, okay? And that's probably one of the most important things for Gen X, and that's something that we want to make sure our masqueraders understand, right? That's our task, and that's something that we want people to make sure that we're being held to that. So I just wanted to toss that out there. So big or small, long or tall, this is a place.
Inclusive. All right. All right. So speaking about Gen XS, tell us a little bit about the name. I have my theory, but I want to hear from you guys to see if I'm right in my head.
I mean, we can all take this. We all have different interpretations of what Gen XS means. It's the second iteration of the band from Miami. It's coming to Jamaica, but it's also extra special. You know what I mean? It's a little extra X on the Gen X that's from Miami. So the XS is actually something that we have planned for masqueraders and for people who are visiting, and it's actually something that a brand that we developed. So we're just kind of marrying the two, bringing it to Jamaica, and then I think once we launch everything that we want to do for the masquerades in Jamaica, you'll see what the XS means. But just know it just means that extra special nudge, that extra oomph on top of everything that we normally do.
So is it excess? are extra special? Like, what is it? XS?
Yeah, we don't. It's enough things, man. It's enough things. It's enough
I'm
things.
hearing
And
nothing.
I know we're trying to go in with the theory, boy. But I don't want you to say it.
Well, tell me where I'm going with it. Where am I going?
I don't think China going there.
Yeah,
I don't think
beginning?
China going there.
That's exactly where she's going. But I don't
Going
want.
there.
We don't need. We don't need. To go
Well,
this.
my theory was what I was gonna say. I was thinking in my head, right? I'm thinking young. I'm thinking fresh. I'm thinking vibes. I'm thinking excitement. I'm thinking something different, new, something exclusive.
Yeah.
Like just a
Yeah.
fresh take on
All right.
the Carnival Road March that we're used to. I remember, like, last year was okay, cool, but we've been out of the partying scene for a while due to COVID. So this right here to launch like a new band, GENXS Return to Paradise, is something fresh and exciting. And I feel like the name just captures all that, a new meaning and more. That's what I was thinking.
For sure. So I can definitely tell you that the Return to Paradise piece is our theme for this year. And we're all Jamaicans, and we link up with the other Jamaican directors from the Jamaica side of things to bring, we are returning to paradise, but we're also bringing masqueraders back to paradise. It has so many different meanings, So we really what I can tell you is that we're really focusing on everything that makes Jamaica special.
Okay.
Right? So
I like
For sure.
that.
Just to talk that like Chanike, like as Tajay and Matthew alluded to, attention to detail and inclusivity. We're big on that. So when Matthew says we want everybody to come through and enjoy the GENXS experience, that's a fact. And as we're just talking off here, when we were muted, Ajani and I, we saw the comments and we're like, we've seen those comments before. DJs, the excess dancehall or one-man tune. Yeah, we are returning to paradise and we love our Jamaican music, but we understand the space and we listen to comments and feedback. The directors themselves do partake in the beverages on the road, the alcohol, and that experience in itself is one that we do pride ourselves in because we do go extra hard when it comes to the level of quality from our rest stops or lunch options or the top shelf premium liquor on the road. So that's just paying attention, listening, and what we do for ourselves and our family because GENXS is a family. That's what we'll do for all our patrons and our regulars. So that's really the sum of it all. And Return to Paradise, you are right. We're back. We're on the road. Matthew said with GenX Miami saw a space. The space is here. The road is big enough for a lot of revelers and jumpers and party goers.
Right.
The GenXS team will be on the road, and we just want to ensure that this explosive vibe that is just so pure and
Look, Jody Joe said liquor never done.
liquor never done. Jody, I remember. Please don't say anything else, Jody. But that's what we really want to bring, and we're jumping in head first, foot first, wholeheartedly, and that's where.
All right. So we know why it's called a Return to Paradise. We actually have another video from the road march that we would like to show our viewers. So let's jump into that real quick so we could see all this what GENXS is all about.
I'm at a happy place in my life every living day. Happy place in my life every living day. A happy place in my life every living day. I'm at a happy place in my life, and it can't change. No way. And I just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place. So when you see me rocking with my friends, it's just all of it. Touch me. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear Cadbury sponsor me all night. Some girl get wicked at the knees, my flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh, Lord. My kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord. My kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet. And she said take control like you belong. I rock it up like when the cops stop. Afraid that I make it to know I slow down. And she said increase the speed up and I cruise one time. She said she never feel it better up in she life, oh Lord. She feel like it's the sign of the time. Well, baby girl, if this is the last day of your life, do what we go down in a fashion of vibes. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear Cadbury sponsor me all night. Some girl get wicked at the knees, my flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh, my kind of
All right, not bad, not bad. Continue with the theme of hype and excitement on the road. And as you guys could see, that's what we're going to expect this year at the Return to Paradise, right? Now, what can patrons expect at the band launch? You know, that's coming up. So, what can patrons expect? And you know what I'm saying? It's only us on the live. No, bugger people too tough. You understand? So I'm just trying to ask to see if maybe you can leak a costume name. I don't know, something light. Not many people on here. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to us. Anything? Mala.
Marla, talk to us.
Well, you can certainly expect a quality presentation of some really beautiful costumes. And yes, we do have a quality, more than one quality male costume. I see a comment there. We do have male costumes besides t-shirts and shorts. You'll certainly see that. And just a wonderful presentation of costumes and some cocktails and some good DJs. Come and join us there and see for yourself.
Okay, so basically, you're giving us the suspense, Mala.
Yeah.
You're making us want to come out to see what the Return to Paradise from Gen XS is going to be all about. You know what? I kind of like that approach. What do you guys think? I kind of like that approach. You understand what I'm saying? You don't really want to give them too much. You want them to come out and experience why Gen XS is the obvious choice for Road March, right, Mala?
Obviously, yes.
All right, say no more, girl. Say no more. But we need somebody to talk to us a little bit about your digital distribution process because that could be a headache. That could be a headache and could throw off the whole experience, put a bad taste in your mouth from the beginning. So, how are you guys going to make it a seamless process through the digital distribution?
So, so we have really good partners that we work with. We have a partner called MassOS, which we kind of they have a software that they loan to other bands around the Caribbean, but we kind of started with them from the fledgling to help build out this actual platform. So every month it's getting better. They keep adding different things to it to make it more user friendly, and also on the back end part of it where we can actually tell when a masquerader is coming to pick up their costume, things like that. Those are things that we're working on trying to get it there. I mentioned earlier how we had the digital aspect of how all the waivers. So we'll be doing that again. So basically, instead of going to the mass camp, because obviously we've been playing Carnival for over 10, 15 years, right? All of us here, and that's why we're avid Carnival chasers ourselves. So we know some of the things and some of the frustrations that other bands have, right? So for us, we kind of wanted to build that out and make sure that we are not frustrated on the back end, but also the masquerader is not frustrated. So when you come to the band house, you don't want to obviously wait in a line to sign 1,000 waivers, which, for everybody's protection, we need to sign waivers, right? So kind of like how, TSA pre-check, or when you travel on a plane, all those things you do when you check in, right? So we have a check-in process, which is completely online. Once you finish checking in, you get a QR code that gives you literally a green light to come in. So if you don't get that QR code, do not come in. It means you either have something incorrect on the process, or you have an unpaid balance or something like that. So it gives you all of everything you need to know before you come in, so that when you come in, that wait is not long. So and we went through growing pains to learn this, and we we read every single DM, every single email, good and bad. We read every single thing, and we take every response from a masquerader, and we try to put that into what we are trying to deliver. So that digital aspect is definitely going to be expanded this year. Can't tell you all the secrets, obviously, but we wanted to add some more things to that, so you can basically have a awesome time on the road and just come in and get your costume, because that you don't want to be in the band house for 4 hours. That's like you're missing a couple of fets right there already. So you want to be able to come in and pick up your costume and go.
All right. Fair enough. So I need you to paint a picture for me. I mean, we saw 2 videos basically of kind of vibe and hype and excitement, but I need you to paint a picture for me of what will Carnival weekend look like.
Jaja.
Or you know where I'm going with this. I don't verbally. I think it's something where you kind of have to be there. It's an experience. I don't know if you could verbally put into words the vibe, the hype, the excitement, the liquor, the party.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. But if you could, you could try.
All right, let me start. The first 10 seconds it's going to be jam-packed weekend of activities that is explosive and extreme to the next level for carnival purists and fun, thrill-seeking revelers. That's the easy part.
All right.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
No, we already mentioned luxurious, awesome, beautiful costumes. You can drop a name or two or not?
Mala said no.
I don't know.
Oh no.
You know,
So costumes, beautiful costumes on the road. But before the road, we're gonna set you up. Don't worry. We are gonna announce our calendar soon, real soon, which includes a handful or maybe 2 hands of events. I'm totally entertained. DJs from over 7 countries already confirmed. Not just Jamaica, not just Trinidad, big up Lucians, big up Asians. But we are gonna span the carnival scene and have it right here for CIJ Carnival in Jamaica 2023, GENXS style.
And I just want to acknowledge the comments. I see you. Beach Juve, things like that. I know people.
Lord, just I get my body ready.
yeah. So we're definitely bringing a Juve in Miami. Every band participates in Juve in Miami. So we're taking some of that Miami element to Jamaica as well. So Juve will be a part of something that it's something you can be a part of, obviously. And then we have some great partners that we're in talks with. You know, we just need to sign a dotted line and then basically get those things going. So that way we can have the gamut of events that we're trying to plan. But you know, Keena said something about the DJs from different countries, and you know, one of the things that we are, I guess you can say known for in the Miami space is that we represent all the other islands, because St. Lucia have a big soca scene. They have a barrage of music that is really, really good. Barbados, same thing. Vincimas, you know, so we're bringing that element as well too. So if you are a true carnival chaser, we are the band, because you're not going to just hear Trini soca. No offense to Trini, because I love Trinidad, and you know, we're going to turn up in Trinidad as well. But you know, everybody know Trinidad soca. But do you know Vincimas soca? Do you know St. Lucia soca? Do you know some compa tune? You know what I mean? You know, so compa, yeah. So we're definitely going to bring that element, man. So, and then we have to sprinkle a little dance out in there too. And you can't go in Jamaica, you know. So.
Okay.
Sprinkle is a good word.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure.
So basically what I'm getting, because I feel like the music and the vibe is very important. So to have, you know, the amount of DJs that you guys have, that right there is the plus. The repertoire.
Repetition.
Repetible words. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I think, you know, if you guys could have that many DJs to where like we could get like full vibe to where like not every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes we're hearing the same song over and over. That's a big, you know, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? To bring a variety to make sure that everybody's covered. Because you know, Miami, like obviously America in general is the hub for, you know, immigrants and, you know, Caribbean people from all over the world and from all over different islands. So it's very important then to be playing music from, you know, a little bit for everybody from Trinidad, wherever you could hear, you know, your music, and to bring that element to Jamaica, because, you know, a lot of people travel for Carnival. I think that's very important, and that's going to be a plus.
Right.
Definitely a plus.
As Tajay mentioned somewhere at the top, he said that we do pay attention to detail, and I can put up my hand, Ajay's hand, each of our hands, and say that it's not just a DJ lineup or book a friend or call a man kind of a good set last week. Sure. It's a pet peeve of mine to hear a playlist. If I go in a fit Monday, I do not want to see a DJ or hear him playing the same playlist. While we do not tell these experts what to play because they are the masters of their craft, we do have the strategic, and I do want to stress strategic, list of DJs for X event. If you're Juve, we know who's going to turn up Juve. If we're on the road, truck 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Matthew truck 1, Mala truck 2, Ajay truck Ajay is 4. Ajay is a truck 4 guy. So we do pay attention to details, and as you mentioned, the DJ stratosphere, that's one of the key elements of obviously soca. So we do pay attention to detail for sure.
All right. Speaking about attention to detail, let's talk road march, right? Because you know the music is very important now. Let's talk the road march. Everyone wants to know why, even though we've kind of, you know, throughout our conversation, we've kind of mentioned little bits of why you guys are the obvious choice and why everyone should look forward to playing mass with Gen XS. But if you were to let them know why you guys, let us know.
Go on through, Matthew. I know you want to talk long time. Go on again.
All right, so I mean, why Gen X? I think we've actually been there. As I said, the brand has been around over 2 decades, right? And it's just experience, right? And experience and learning from other people in the craft have allowed us to deliver at a very high level. The past couple of years in Miami, we feel as if the brand and the experience has grown every year. We wouldn't come to Jamaica if we didn't feel as if it was something Jamaica deserved. Coming out of COVID, coming out of a 2-year ban, not necessarily a ban, but a 2-year lockdown. I think most people would agree that 2023 in April is the real return of Carnival. I do understand that we had an activation in June and July, and it was beautiful. But I think a lot of people are waiting to see what happens in April, right? I think we've done extremely well, and I'm trying to be very humble, but we've been very well received. And this is internationally in Miami and in other areas, and I feel as if the product is something that back home would be very well appreciated. I think it's something that is deserved. I think if we did not come, I think it would almost be a disservice to the populace. And I mean, that may sound a little over the top, but we want to make sure that this is an experience that, coming out of a 2-year lockdown, you're like, this is what I was waiting for, right? Everyone loves to enjoy Carnival. We're all on this chat. We're all Carnival chasers. We like to consider ourselves people who are trying to fine-tune our craft and fine-tune the experience for our masqueraders. And I feel as if everything that we've done over the last 5-6 years has kind of taken us to this point and taken the band and the brand to this point. We have a lot of support from DJs all the way down, and I think you will not be, or you should not be, or will not be disappointed in 2023.
Ooh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Can I add a little
Go
to
ahead.
that?
Yeah, man.
Sure.
So I think one of the things that I think is super important when we talk about the experience, right? I think a lot of people, and myself included, the mind goes to kind of, the DJs, the premium liquor, the costumes, everything that is kind of, tangible, right? And even the intangibles. But I think one thing that's not mentioned is actually the people, and is bringing the people to participate and make Miami great. Who have never been to Jamaica for Carnival. Is inviting and bringing them there. When I was here for Carnival in 2019, I think the thing that stood out to me most was the amalgamation of people from all over the world coming together, having a great time, being united by Carnival, by soca, by the vibe, by the experience. And I think bringing the cultures together is going to be a huge thing. So I'm basically inviting everybody from Miami, New York. I see my friends from Orlando on, come down, right? And people here in Jamaica, join us, right? We can have a unique experience.
All right.
One of the biggest things for us too, like when we first got involved with GENXS in Miami, it was always the idea to come to Jamaica and bring experience here, whether that be through partnerships or we do it ourselves or whatnot. It was always something that we wanted to do. So this is not something that we just got up and say, hey, look, let's do it. This from day one. This was our goal, right? So we did 3 years in Miami as a group where we acquired the band. That a 20-year-old band we acquired, and we took it to another level, and then we feel like we wanted to just bring that energy with GENXS here in Jamaica, because that was always the goal. And I think the stars was aligned. Another thing that people can expect for our costumes is that our costumes all our costumes have a variation for everyone, right? Because people always talk about how the costumes are becoming pretty much string. Yes, we have string, but we also have a lot of coverage options as well. And we have the male section that Marla said earlier, of course. But a lot of the coverage sections look like real front line, so I can't wait for you guys to see these costumes, man, on next week Monday, because I mean I think I'm very proud of what the designers came up with with Matthew's tutelage. and,
Just touching on your point.
yeah,
and plus size costumes.
Yeah, Marla, I
Yeah,
wanted to
that's what I
bring you
meant,
in real quick. We're gonna bring in Monet in a second because we see a lot of questions. But Marla, being that you're talking about the laundry, you're not really giving us a lot. Fair enough for persons to come out and see. Matthew spoke about inclusivity, and it's for everyone. Now, I see somebody say, "What about plus size costume?" And the fact that some women have bigger girls than some. Like I'm on the smaller side. Some women got bigger girls that they're working with, right? For the costumes, will we have the same cute, sexy wire bra for the women with the bigger girls? And also, for our plus size women, we still gonna feel sexy on the road or what? Because we
Absolutely. A lot of our costumes have various options, whether it's a wire bra, a slightly more covered body, then there's like a full coverage option or a high-waisted panty. So we have several options in each section, and you will see those women represented on our stage. We do have Jamaican models, plus size models, girls in string. Everybody's welcome. Touching on Carnival is for everybody. We strongly believe in that. So we do have all those options available. And the males. Males can get feathers, no feathers, tight shorts, regular shorts. We have options for everybody.
All right, love that. All right, so let's jump into some more questions from our viewers tonight. I just want to bring on the digital marketing director, Monet. Monet, honey, welcome to the chat, Monet. Whoop, whoop. Monet.
Andrew, Monet.
What's up, y'all?
Monet.
Monet. All right, so welcome. We've been talking to everyone. I know you've been paying attention to what's going on, and you've been especially paying attention to the comments. So I know they have a lot of questions. So I just want to throw to you to go through some of the questions that our viewers have tonight and see if our directors could answer them.
Okay, no problem. So I have to shout out Tajay Reeves, first of all, because somebody just sent this to me. He said, the social media memes convinced me to switch bands. The social media manager needs a raise. Okay, period.
All right, that's the end of the call, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so on YouTube, Caron Edwards said, how can persons here work with the brand, like helping distribution and those things?
Send us a DM, slide up in the DM, say, hey, I want to work with GENXS. Obviously, we can't take everybody, but we're going to vet you, and then you'll probably get a phone call. Who knows? But slide up in the DM, or you can email us at customerservice@genxsjamaica.com.
Okay, cool.
Right. So, before you, I just want to throw this out there. We're actually excited to hear from people, so I don't want people to be shy, whether they want to get involved or not. We have a team that will look on DMs, emails, answer phone calls, everything. So we encourage people, if you're interested, you feel as if, hey, you might want to work in any aspect, we encourage you to reach out and communicate with us, right? Give him that email again there, Tajay.
It's customerservice@genxsjamaica.com.
Or DM us.
Slide up in the DM.
I'll see the DM.
The Twitter DM, the IG DM, GenXS
All right,
Jamaica
so
DM.
All the DMs, every single DM. Okay. So Julene Meets World said, who are some of the DJs on the roster? Can we release any information? Yeah.
DJ Puffy, that's all I want to give you.
Okay. All right, period. And what can we expect from the band launch? I mean, I feel like we got into that a lot today, but what kind of costumes? I'm seeing that a lot about events and costumes. Somebody said we miss our beach duvet and premium soca events. We need y'all to hop on this. So anybody want to comment on that?
Again, yeah, in the works. We're working on things, papers have to sign, lines have to dot, and Ajane have to give us some money to do it. So
yeah,
we'll work on it.
I
We're
think
here.
I can point out
Sorry, I just want to say in the meantime, they could, obviously follow you guys in the social media space, turn on the post notification so that they could see whenever, things are becoming finalized. And as soon as the information is available for everyone, you guys will be the first to know. Turn on your post notifications. Of course, follow Gen XS Jamaica on Instagram. Turn on post notifications. And of course, when they post about any event, DJs, costumes, anything, just save the post so you can go back to it at any time. Right, guys?
Yeah,
Definitely.
thank you.
I'd just like to go out there and say if that question was in terms of supporting events, right, Tajay?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I mean, what we will say is we will be coming out with our calendar. I would say probably within a week from our launch. Don't hold me to that, but it is pretty involved already. It is also subject to grow. So I guess what I'm trying to communicate to everyone is that it will be something that is, you will have a lot to do. We're going to be bringing a lot of stuff, all across the calendars from as early as the weekend before, potentially, or, starting midweek, going all the way back. So I don't want to disclose too much. I want when you guys see the calendar, I want you guys to be surprised and obviously excited. And I don't anticipate you guys waiting too long. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Shamrock Jamaica wants to know if we have any local partners or designers. Can we leak that information?
Marla, your question on this. Go on through, Marla.
Yes, we do have a local designer who's doing a section for us. And all of our sections are basically themed on paradise, parts of our beautiful paradise here. So we did actually involve a popular Jamaican designer in one of our sections.
Just to tag on that, we've always had, Jamaican designers from even in Miami. We're always every single year, we make sure that, we are from Jamaica. So we make sure that a lot of Jamaicans play a massive role in our execution, even in North America, and a larger role in Jamaica, so not only designers, not only DJs, Jamaicans cover literally every aspect of what we do. The entire presentation and the who are responsible for kind of creating and producing.
Okay, nice. Shatoya Gordon wants to know what the costume package will look like.
You mean like if it come in a box, or what do you mean
That's
by
a
that?
hard one. Costume package will vary based on your needs. I mean, costume packages will vary based on your needs. You can do bodywear only, big backpacks, small backpacks. You have the option to add on glam hub packages, juve packages, pet tickets. So the packages are basically a la carte. But I don't know if Matthew, you want to touch on that?
Maybe some of the amenities. People are trying to find out what we'll have to offer otherwise.
So yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would say, I mean, I think the premium beverage options are a big one. We pride ourselves in trying to make sure that happens. So premium beverages, international DJs, great lunch spot, great pickup location for distribution. We partner with the AC Hotel, so I guess the cat's out the bag. We're gonna do our distribution there. We're also doing our launch there. Obviously, you guys should know that already. So and we're still working on adding additional amenities. Like I said, slide in DM, guys. It's not too late. Obviously, Carnival is a couple months from now, but if you guys think of something that we're missing, definitely slide in DM. We're gonna read it. We may not respond because we have so much things doing, but if you guys think of anything any suggestions, we'll definitely welcome them.
Okay.
Monet, any more questions?
I have one more. Somebody wants to know about what time will we kick things off at band launch, because they are flying in just to be there, and that's over on Instagram.
Marla, tell the people that.
Yeah, Mala.
By the way, guys, everybody should know that Marla is the one who's probably the main producer of this band launch, along with Kibwe. So why
along with Kino,
Well, Kino play a small role. I think Marla them play a
The
bigger
pressure
role.
is getting worse.
Worse.
Kino play a small role. You know what I mean?
Well, showtime the event doors open at 7. We'll have some authentic carnival entertainment. We're gonna have DJs pre-show and post-show. So come down to the AC Hotel and you know, check out the vibes. I mean, the showtime should be not too late because we do want you guys to vibe afterwards with our DJs that we're flying in and having here. So yeah, let's just come out and see us. We open the doors at 7 p.m.
Yeah, DJ lineup will be announced this week, guys. Probably tomorrow. Money, we can do it tomorrow, I think, or
I think we should do it tomorrow.
all right, tomorrow we drop a DJ lineup.
Yeah. All right, period.
All right,
Okay, I have a last one, just advocating for the men. Can we get a male sneak peek? Do you think?
Hell no.
What?
Oh wait, what is it? A male what?
Sneak
male
peek.
sneak
The
peek.
men are excited. They want to hit the
Hell
road in the
no.
hot
That's
boy
why they should
shorts.
come and join us. We love to have the men there. Carnival is not just for women in pretty feathers. We want the men there too.
Of course, you need
What-
Who asked that? Money, who asked for that?
So what you doing?
Who asked for that?
Mike, what you doing?
They want that
This is Matt
sneak peek.
Andrew. Somebody
this
on Instagram.
This
Can
is
I
what
show
this
them?
is what I can say to that, Money. So, and I'm not gonna say we were the first, but we do work with designers who try to take male costumes to the next level. I will say that I think we have had a couple of the better or best male costumes recently, and we have designers who are just enthralled in bringing that to life. So something that typically was not something typically that you could not purchase as a male is feathers. That's no commonplace in Gen X. It's not commonplace in all bands. It's a very small subsection, but you're going to have that with us. So if you're a guy and you feel as if feathers is just happens to be your thing, your feathers might look bigger than all of the women's own just because our designers, they just go crazy, right? So I can say, if that is a sneak peek, I can tell you, you're going to have a little bit more aggressive options with us. And this is comparative to any other band anywhere from a male
Okay.
standpoint.
Take a look on the Gen X Carnival page on what we did for men in 2020.
Okay.
I guess
All right.
that's-
Well, one last questions I'd like to ask Mala that I'm seeing from the comments. Persons want to know, will the launch be streamed? If not, how soon after the launch will the footage be up? Because people are anxious.
So Mala afraid to answer this one. So it will be streamed, but it will only be streamed in North America. It will be blocked in Jamaica.
Right. But we are streaming it. We have a great host for the live stream who is in the Carnival community. So we're looking forward to having him on board as well.
Okay.
So if you want to see the launch, come to AC Hotel Monday if you live in Jamaica. If you're in foreign, we'll send out the link. You just click it and you're going through, right?
Okay,
So-
it makes sense. Fair enough. I will
Europe
agree.
as
Fair
well.
enough.
Europe as well. We'll be streaming
Europe, China, Japan. Well, I don't think China can watch anything, but Japan for sure. Hawaii, South Africa,
Okay. Any last?
Argentina.
Ooh, okay then.
Don't stop. Don't
Relax.
stop. Please.
Relax.
Don't start. You might be eating
The
your
Brazilians on the chat are quiet. They're humble.
All right. Any last words you guys would like to say before we wrap up?
I'd like to say this, and this is just to anyone who I guess is watching and when the word comes out. The way how we do things at Gen X, we're kind of a function of the community. So a lot of things that we did that worked well or that has worked well, funnily enough, has come through our DMs, you know. So we do listen to what people are trying to say, complaints or concerns or things that they may have seen. And we try to pay attention. We try to answer as much as possible. So I do like for the communication to be fluid from Gen X to the masquerade or the consumer. You guys letting us know your thoughts. It always allows us to provide a better experience, right? So, you know, I just want to shout out to the masquerade and say, hey, listen, don't be afraid to communicate with us. Tell us your thoughts, so on and so forth. We'll do our best. All right.
All right. Anybody else or anybody else?
I can
All
jump in.
right. Oh,
What?
Go on,
What?
go on, do your thing.
If you
Mr.
have,
Green,
yeah,
go ahead.
Mr. Green.
Yes.
Pay us. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
If you haven't been to Jamaica before and you have concerns and you don't know what to do, reach out. Right? We'll be putting out a ton of content. Monet is on this live stream. She's gonna be doing some amazing work around, first timers to Jamaica. But if you have any concerns, reach out. We'll talk to you. We'll have those conversations. We'll guide you in the right way. All right.
All right, no problem. All right, guys. Just want to give you guys some information. So keep your pens and your papers and your notepad open. All right. So remember, you can get your bench launch tickets at the Life Store, Morgan's Creek, right? CPJ, Jacana Stores Island wide. Doors open at 7 o'clock. This is this 7 p.m. Jamaican time or like world time?
Yeah, 7 p.m. local Jamaican time.
So that means 10 o'clock. I'm just kidding.
Jaja.
I had to ask, you understand? You know how we do, okay? Doors open at 7 p.m. regular, all right? So if you take long for ready, just be there by 3 o'clock to help set up, all right?
Yeah.
But you can get here at 7 o'clock, all right? Remember, it's going to be an explosive night, all right? It's going to be filled with the best costumes of the season and lots of entertainment, like Mala said, so you do not want to miss it. Also, don't forget Gen X, they're giving away prizes as well, which is why it's very important to stay tuned to the Instagram page and all the social media pages. Remember what I told you, every time they post something you think you might need to go back to later on, all you got to do is turn on your post notifications and save that post so it's easily accessible, all right? We're going to be giving away hella prizes all week. So you need to check that out. And I'm going to tell you the Instagram page again. It's at GENXS Jamaica, okay? At GENXS Jamaica. I just want to thank you guys, so much for tuning in tonight. We had a nice, great, chill rap session. A lot of questions were answered. A lot of questions were raised. So if your question wasn't answered, like everybody said, all the directors said, just slide in the DMs and then they'll get back to you. Any questions, comments, suggestions, they seem pretty much open. So you guys just slide over there if, all your questions and, comments weren't answered tonight. Just want to thank the directors for your time of, speaking to everyone. And of course, the producer, Kira, and of course, you, Monet, big up yourself, you understand? Monet as well, the Gen XS committee and all the Gen XS ambassadors, big up yourself as well. And just to everyone that, shows love to the band on a daily basis. And we appreciate everyone that decides to switch, everyone that's going to decide to rock with Gen XS, for this carnival season. Like Matthew said, it's a return. Like carnival is like now officially in April, like we back on track now. You understand? And what better way to be back on track with something new, something fresh, a brand new experience. So it's something to be historically a part of. How that sound, guys? That sounds good, right?
Yeah, man.
Historic.
Chanike, we have one question for you before we wrap. Is Mama Benz going to be on the road? She will come to see.
Well, you know what? You guys did say it is inclusive for everyone, right? Size, age, and I'd like to think my mom, I think her waistline still has a little oil.
All right, see that?
Saying, you understand?
Kino will wine on her, right, Kino?
I think her bumper wouldn't mind. Bumper wouldn't mind. You understand? Because for Carnival, all bumpers are eligible. So. You know what I mean? She could definitely make it. She could definitely make it, guys. So I'm really excited. I'm really proud of this new endeavor, bringing it to Jamaica and making sure that's an experience for all Jamaicans and for everybody that enjoys the aspect of carnival and those who trust the band enough, which is very important, to fly to a whole island to experience the Gen X experience. The return to paradise.
Big up, big up, big up.
Monet, let's talk about our race.
Yeah, off air, Monet will talk about the race that she deserves. All right.
Yeah, I love to hear it. Love to hear it.
I see everybody in 6 days. 6 days. Ajani and I we're already here. Right, ACRT. We're here already. Already moved in. So see y'all in 8. Seis días, por favor.
6 días, por favor. Okay, muchas gracias everyone for joining us. You guys have a great rest of the night. Have your dinner if you haven't had it yet. Chill, whatever you guys are gonna do. But us, we out. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us again tonight. All right. Bye.